Hi, everyone. This is Julia from Teacher Julia's Resources on Teachers Pay Teachers. I wanted to make this video to show you exactly what comes with the Writer's Workshop Research Paper Unit Plan. This is the entire unit plan printed out and spiral bound. I've hit organized here with tabs that separate each set of lessons by the step in the writing process. Over here, these tabs are more for organizing each lesson, and I'll go through that as we look into this unit plan a little bit further. Over here is my teacher's writer's notebook. It's just a regular composition book decorated the way I ask students to by just putting pictures that describe them on the front. Over here are the books that I suggest using, which are only necessary if you follow the scripts in each lesson. This unit plan is set up so that you don't have to follow the scripts and you can choose any topic you want to research with students. But if you want to use the scripts, those are the books that you need to get. They're available on Amazon and also available in most local libraries. To the left of the books are some products that you end up making as you go through these lessons, and I'll explain those in um, as we go through this. Now, when you look at this unit plan, the first thing you'll see is your table of contents with each lesson and then the pieces that come with it for each lesson. As we move through there, you will see an overview of the lesson. You'll see the materials that you'll need, how to get your classroom, students, and yourself organized. And then this I like because it's just an outline of each objective. So you can use this chart for day one, maybe write in the date September 3rd, and then that's your objective. And it's a way for you to plan the entire unit while looking at your school calendar. So thinking about days off, things like that. Now, an example of a lesson, it's set up this way. I always at the top write the step of the writing process, the lesson number, this is lesson number 1, the focus of the lesson, how to set up the lesson, the materials you need, and then the actual step-by-step lesson. Now, what's written in black is what you will be doing at that part of the lesson. What's written in pink is the script. So if you're choosing to use the script, there it is. If you don't want to use the script, you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. At the end of every lesson, I have a box for conferencing, and these are just tips for when you're conferencing with students. Over here are notes to keep as you're working with students. And then just to keep you organized with what you've said to a student, looking back at what you said and following up with them. Now, teacher examples. This is a teacher example for lesson 1, which has students list questions about their topic. In this, for instance, it's Alaska. So I go into my writer's notebook and I transfer these questions to my writer's notebook. So that way, when I'm modeling for students, I'm doing exactly what they need to do. Okay, I'm in my writer's notebook and I'm listing the questions I have about Alaska, and then they go back to their seats and they do the same. This unit plan also includes anchor charts. Here's an example of anchor charts that I have. This is for when you teach how to write a thesis statement. Lots of anchor charts in this lesson. There's lots of anchor charts throughout the whole unit. I think this lesson has the most, though. And you can choose to either put the book under the document camera. You can make a poster of these. You can use these to make a anchor chart on your own with these. It's however you want to do it. Another part of this process for research that I've created is not only do I give you the lessons and the scripts and how to follow it, I also give students exact format for doing research, which I have found works really, really well. What it is I have students create a research folder. Now, you saw earlier that they created questions in their writer's notebook. Then they organize their questions and they create this research folder. Here is what you would copy for students, labels and the front cover. You get a file folder, pocket holders, and index cards. And what students do is they write their questions on the index card, and eventually they're researching to find the answers to those questions, organizing them, and placing them in this folder. This has been a lifesaver for students who have organizational issues, students who love to be organized. I mean, it works for everybody. And it's a great way to keep track with students as well. So that's included in the unit plan. You would just need to provide the file folder, of course, the index card holder, library card holders, and the index cards. This is an example of another teacher example. I have students use Post-its to revise, highlighters, red pens to edit. And then the final product, what I did is I have students tape together construction paper. They create a cover, they paste their report after they type it or write it, and then they create text features. And then it just stands accordion on their desk. So if you want to do a walk around the room with kids from another class or even with those students in your class, totally up to you. The unit plan only has students publish by typing. This is just something I came up with throughout the years that is just an idea. You don't have to do it. That concludes the overview of the Writers Workshop Research Paper Unit Plan. If you have any other questions about it, please feel free to email me at teacherjuliasresources@gmail.com. Thank you.